Well, hello and welcome to Old People This Week. The gentleman in front of you with the sparkle in his eye and the grin on his lips, that's me, Jeff, and those two guys over there, Paul and Mike. I'm going to show you a little video of Mike driving around the neighborhood the other day. So how did you get that cow to get on back of that moped with you?
Started training it when it was a yearling. He's 4 years old now.
So
he goes out and starts the bike for me.
So he could freak the neighbors out. Yeah. Did you see that picture I sent you of the Tina Turner statue?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure what it was. I thought it was a Rorschach test when you first looked at the photograph.
The good people of Brownsville, Texas, in order to honor their own Tina Turner, decided to put a statue up, which fine, what the hell, that's nice of them.
Yeah.
But you know what it is? It's the hair, first of all. Forget the facial expression, but you can't sculpt hair, especially the hair that she had. It just looks like a big block of cement on her head.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do it. It's like those, you look at the old days, you go to a museum and you see all those Roman sculptors. Those guys never put hair on anybody because it's too hard.
No, and that's why when we have our sculptures, then the three of us will look fine.
Yeah, we're going to look just fine.
Yeah.
Mike. All right. Okay, here's the headline that says it all. Yes, Gen Z is actually having their moms call their bosses. All right. This 79% of Gen Zers that were in this poll said that they had a parent communicate with their manager, getting involved with time off issues, workplace disagreements, and salary disputes.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Pack your stuff, clear your desk out. You're done.
Yeah. If somebody brought their mother in, I don't know what I would have done. When I was a boss, I would have just went, "What the? Get out of here! Take you and your mom. Pick up your last check and see you later." And then 77% of full-time Gen Z workers has a parent attend the job interview with them.
What?
No way. Maybe drive them there, but
drive
go into the interview with them.
They come in the room with them, sit down, and they say, "Well, what do you mean? What's their experience? What are you talking about?" Oh, man.
He's a good boy.
He's a good boy. He's good around the house.
I was going to say, this is starting to sound like a Tim Allen sketch with a sitcom or something, exactly. And Tim goes with his daughter to pitch,
Yeah,
that's not real.
You're right, Paul. It sounds like a skit for a late night show.
Yeah, the guy winds up hiring the mother.
Right. There you go.
That's funny. That's what would happen, right? You kid, you get out of here. Mom, you hang around. I'm going to hire you. Anyways. This is shocking news. Kim Kardashian failed her bar exam.
Oh, my gosh. I'm shocked.
Shocking.
I'm shocked.
So, first of all, we reported about months ago that she had, and I'm using the quote-unquote here, gone to law school. And the reason I'm quote-unquoting it is because she took, now what she did is legal, and she's not the only person ever done this, but instead of taking classes like every other law student does, she had permission to get her degree by shadowing real lawyers and lawyers' offices. So for months and months, evidently, she would go on a regular basis to a law firm and shadow real lawyers, and somehow, some way, she got her degree.
Genius that she has absorbed all that information and learned all the tactical tricks.
She didn't absorb enough of it because she had to take that law test. She had to take the bar exam, and she revealed Sunday that she had missed the mark on the California bar exam, but promised to keep studying until she passes.
Yeah, good luck. It's the toughest exam in the country, by the way. It's a bitch.
Yeah.
She said, "I'm not a lawyer yet. I just play a very well-dressed one on TV." And by the way, that show, I don't have the name of it in front of me, but I saw the promos for it. Is the goofiest. Yeah. Glenn Close is in it. The goofiest.
Oh my God, the cast is stellar. Yeah. The cast is fantastic. But it's the most panned show that's out there, and it's like the most watched show ever in Hulu history, all because of Kim K.
Yeah, well, you're watching it to see how bad she is. That's why.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
People watch train wrecks and car wrecks.
I saw somewhere that she'd written that there was she failed it because of misinformation from Chat GPT.
Of course.
Did you see that?
No, that's funny
Yeah.
though. You can't trust Chat
She
GBT, girlfriend.
No, she blamed AI and ChatGPT for her misdoings.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's easy to blame Chat GBT for anything then. Anything goes wrong. It wasn't me, it was Chat GBT.
Yeah, that'll be the new excuse of the future. The dog ate my homework has gone away. And now it is ChatGPT misled me.
Yeah.
You are 1,000 times correct, yeah.
There are more on those crazed monkeys that are running wild in Mississippi. Here's some disturbing video.
They're all loose! Contain the area! They're everywhere!
That was scary.
And then we found out, or Paul, you told me that two of them were actually shot by citizens. You told us in our captive audience that one of them was shot by a single mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other one was shot by the town pastor.
Yeah, the boy. God works in
you got your
mysterious
arm.
ways.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah. So so what happened was the mom, who was a single mom, and she worried for the safety of just living alone, and she had a little one. She had a revolver she kept in the house. Well, she sees one of those monkeys out in the backyard, and she goes out there and starts shooting at it.
She had to be a pretty good shot if she shoot a revolver at a monkey.
No, she said she was nervous and missed the first shot, and then she plugged it.
Right. They breed all these monkeys, and they ship them off to Montana and California and all over the country. And
how do I know you're not a monkey? Pretend to be Paul.
Well, they're all just, I mean, it's the business, like people who want monkeys for research purposes, you know what I mean? So
the research centers.
Yeah, so South Carolina is numero uno here on sending the monkeys out, and they're talking about there's no, legal.
There's no regulation.
Transportation regulations on them. Yeah, thank you.
The story was not just that they were shipping monkeys around. They were shipping sick, crazy monkeys around.
Infected.
It's one thing to say you're shipping healthy monkeys around to research facilities to work on diseases to get, for other people to get, get better from. This was they're shipping around crazed, rabid monkeys.
And I thought if you take the idea of snakes on the plane and then you go to monkeys on the plane, why air transport carriers will not ship monkeys?
Yeah, I wouldn't ship a monkey.
Yeah.
Those things are smart now, like we've been talking about.
Oh my God!
You could go out and get on the airplane and look up front, and one could be sitting up there in the cockpit, laughing at you, just to show you how smart they've become. Here, look at this video. I'm talking to you.
Internet, it's your boy, former test subject 4B, now free range legend. We out here in whatever this is supposed to be. Mississippi? Bruh, it smells like boiled ditch water and broken dreams. And half a corn dog. Yeah, thanks, Tammy. Exhibit A, that upside down truck back there. Humans spilled us everywhere like a bag of croutons, then dip.
If you see one of those monkeys that we just showed, you just run your ass off before they get you.
Yeah, run.
Yeah.
All right, if you walk, like I said, if you walk in the house and you see one of these, gorilla sofa, then you turn and run.
Yeah.
Those are great.
Speaking of turning and running, if you ever are around and you run into a guy named Kanye West, you turn and you run until you can't run anymore.
Oh, God.
He is as crazy as the craziest man in the world. We've talked before about his kids with Kim Kardashian, their crazy names. One is the Southwest or something. No, Northwest. And he's with this woman now named Bianca Censori, Censori. Mm-hmm. And he reportedly has rules for her body, including diet and exercise, to keep her looking her very best in skimpy outfits that he makes her wear. Sources say that the rapper apparently micromanages Bianca with a firm diet and exercise plan so that she looks good in her see-through dresses, including the invisible dress she wore at the Grammys. Now, I didn't see the. Did you see this invisible dress?
Yeah.
How could you see it? It's invisible.
Oh.
Oh, anyway, Kanye, who's 48 years old, and this woman, Bianca's 30, only lets her eat appetizers when they dine out together. And then at home, he gives her a small plate, meaning he'll give himself a regular dinner plate, but he gives her a little small plate to keep her portions under control. And then he's given her like soy something or tofu, and he's eaten his favorite food is fried chicken and macaroni and cheese.
Oh, great.
Great, fantastic.
Well, and if she doesn't decide to leave that situation, then,
Yeah.
so sorry. I don't feel too bad for her.
No, she's going to bolt. One of these days she'll come home and say, "Where are you, Bianca?" She'll be gone. She'll have taken off with one of the monkeys or somebody just to get away from him. Now back to someone else that we goof on all the time, Mr. Justin Bieber. Remember a couple weeks ago we told you how bored and desperate he is to stay relevant, that he started doing this Twitch daily live stream on Twitch in which he's in this giant, looks like a warehouse that's been rigged up for him to have fun. It has pool tables, it's got video games, it's got a basketball court. Well, of course, no one cared, so he did what he had to do to make himself relevant. And again, he got injured to get everybody to pay attention to.
Bro, that fall the other day?
Yeah,
Bro, bad.
That shit's fucked though.
Real?
Yep.
Damn.
Hurts to laugh.
Talk. Your ribs, you know?
He's complaining. My ribs hurt so bad, bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
He goes, then he uses an expletive. He goes, "This is hurting me so bad, bro. I tried to play it cool, bro. This is killing me."
Oh, dear, bro.
What a whine job. Wait till we get to the Gen X rules. One of them deals specifically with that whining.
Jesus, come on. He's about as irrelevant and uninteresting and untalented as you can imagine.
Yeah.
So go away. Just go away. Do us all a favor.
He goes, he said, "I fell on my side doing a one wheel." He was on a motorized skateboard when he fell.
Yeah.
He goes, even singing, laughing, everything hurts. Nobody's listening to you singing, whether you're hurt or not, so don't worry about it. It hurts us when you sing.
Right.
I should be complaining.
Yeah.
And by the way, his wife, who makes all the money, and now I know why. So if you went in Los Angeles and you went over to a Erewhon, which is a very super fancy upscale health store, like a grocery store. Well, they used to sell a $20 Hailey Bieber strawberry glaze skin smoothie. And it became a thing. People would drive in there from all over the place to get a $20 Hailey Bieber strawberry glaze skin smoothie. Well, popularity, it was on the menu, and all of a sudden, until recently, it's disappeared. You know why it disappeared?
He probably ran out of the legal right to use her name.
That's right. Her contract ended. So this person at the Erewhon said her contract ended, so we can't say Hailey Bieber anymore.
Oh, great.
This is a person who's got her. You know what? I guess I can't even give her crap about it. She's sharp. She's on top of everything.
Hey, she's turned it into $1 billion.
Any penny that she can make. If somebody says her name and an Erewhon it, she gets paid. All right. Then another bad deer story. Paul, give us this story. Go ahead, because this happened in South Kakalaki.
Man dresses as a deer gets shot by a group of hunters out in the woods outside Charleston.
The guy doesn't just dress up as a deer. You buried the lead here. He self-identifies as a deer.
As a deer.
That would be like me if I came on the show and I said, "I self-identify as a squirrel, and I want you guys to do the show with me now." He self-identifies on. He wears that weird outfit.
Yeah, that was really scary.
The makeup job was pretty good on the face. I liked it. I thought it was all done very well.
Oh my
I'd have
goodness!
shot him too if I was out in the woods.
Well, if you're out in the woods, if you're just a regular hunter. By the way, regular hunters do what the golfers like Mike do. They drink when they're out there, roaming around in the woods, and then they see, far away, walking through there,
Something
what
moving.
looks like a deer.
Antlers, yeah. That's all you're looking for is antlers.
Yeah.
They said that this bizarre scene, at least they described it right, unfolded in a patch of woods near Charleston, where the man was allegedly decked out in antlers and a deer-themed attire. Believing they've spotted an actual game, the hunters fired several rounds before the unsettling realization hit them. Their buck was very much a person.
And for a guy to self-identify as a deer and then be stupid enough to go out in hunting season, come on, stay at your house if you identify as a deer, because you know your ass is going to get shot.
If you self-identify as a deer, don't go out of your house.
Yeah, don't
Please.
go out of your house.
Stay in the house. With the doors closed, the lights out, the shades down. Don't be out walking around in society or the wood anywhere dressed up like a deer. Oh my
man.
God.
Jesus.
That is a super
I
unsettling.
hope he has good insurance.
Well, he doesn't need it now.
Yeah.
I've been reading this book called 1908, and it's about America in 1908 and how different it was back then. And I'm not going to go into millions of ways it was different, but I can tell you one thing. If you took a 1908 person and read them this story, they'd be like, what the hell happened to America? Self-identifies as what? What is self-identifies first? You'd have to explain. I don't know. Anyways, okay. I got an email from a viewer this week who wanted to see what we, meaning the three of us, do when we aren't working on the podcast or at happy hour. So I had the boys tape themselves as they really are behind the scenes. Here's Mike out for his daily horseback ride.
Yeah, heading out for the roundup.
He said, boys, here comes the show. It's about to get western around here tonight.
Giddy up.
Having a little problem getting on that horse, huh, Mike?
No, because I have a helper who goes everywhere with me. No problem at all.
When you sat on the saddle, that horse's back actually bowed.
Yeah. You ever heard a horse groan?
Oh, get this guy off of me. And then this is what Paul sent. Now, Paul spends most of his off days walking those huskies 10 miles a day, cleaning up those giant rake handle sized pieces of poop that they lay down. But when he's not doing all that, he's screaming with frustration. And here it is. Well, what the hell are you screaming about?
Everything I don't talk about on this show.
I thought
And
maybe
then,
we were
of course,
practicing calling to the huskies on their sled.
Yes, mush.
And then, of course, there's me. When I'm not around, I'm sitting in my wheelchair, but I am the strong masculine. And watch what I transform into right here.
Tô te parabéns, vou mostrar vício meu. Toquei a tua flauta, tocou pra aparecer. Ela subiu, desceu, ela subiu, desceu.
You guys wish you could become Transformers.
That's why
like
the
me.
phrase "in your dreams" was invented.
Yeah. All right.
Just for such moments.
All right. Here's the story of the Gen X story of this week. Potty pressure. Young adults, potty, spelled P-O-T-T-Y. Young adults say they have bathroom anxiety at work. 84% said this. Said they were seriously considering quitting their job. They said they're afraid to tell their boss that they have to go to the bathroom. Now, first of all, having been a boss of hundreds of employees over the course of my long and illustrious career, I could care less if you go to the bathroom. Don't tell me about it.
Don't tell me.
No, there's no boss that wants to know when you're going to the bathroom. I can't imagine. That's silly. So,
No,
and
can't
then
imagine is right.
they were so anxious that it said in this article that the Gen Xers would go to the they're not Gen-Zers who go to the bathroom and then text their friends to see if it's safe to come out.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
Gonna be
It's sounding like one of those.
an office full of those people.
Yeah.
It sounds like one of those high pressure jobs like you see in a movie or like in Wall Street or something. It's like crazy.
Well, that's you're saying that it's like a sales job or a fulfillment job or something which you're supposed to be on the phone and you might have to ask permission or at least tell somebody you're taking a break. But still, there's no reason to be anxious about it. One of the people that told me this story said there was somebody that was so anxious about it, going to the bathroom, that they would say they wouldn't come to work on days that they felt they might have to go number 2. They just stay home, take a sick day.
Oh, jeez.
That wasn't me, by the way.
Moving on.
Yeah. Okay. If you think that was clueless, listen to this. 45-year-old mom on vacation with her family in Canada. And they're having a normal family vacation. She's got another little one. She gets up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. The most surprising part of that particular experience, she didn't know she was pregnant, gave birth as she's sitting on the toilet. Around 1:45, she's sitting on the toilet in the hotel room's ensuite when her baby just took over and she gave birth to a baby she didn't realize she was carrying. Okay, now here's her quote. I had no idea what was happening. After 2 massive pushes, there was a baby, so I picked it up out of the loo and held it in my arms.
Oh, Christ. That's got to be a bullshit story. No woman can be that clueless, especially after she's already had one child. I mean, come on. Come on.
Looseness down there, and all of a sudden she's having babies, and she's going to the bathroom.
Oh, God.
But how do you go 9 months without it? What your point is?
That's what I
do you
want.
not feel it or know it, or
That's what I always say. I want to know from these women, how do you go 9 months?
No.
I don't get it.
You've been
Morning
through
sickness.
it already, so you know.
By the way, most women, and I've been through 4 of these experiences, you know it every day. They will remind you every day that they're pregnant. There's no keeping it secret. There's, I'm saying, can you get me this? There's no, just talk to me in 9 months and then we'll just go have a baby. It's not, it's a process. It's a daily grind process.
Brother.
You guys have no idea.
I hope that guy left her.
Well, yeah. Whose baby is that? Don't tell me about it for 9 months.
Well, you come back from the baby, get a baby in the toilet and come back and tell me it's mine? No,
Hey, you
nice
got to go
try.
to the bathroom and you come back with a baby in your arms? What the hell is going on?
Nice try.
That would be it. That would be kind of a shocker. If I was trying to think, if my wife got up and said, I got to go to the bathroom, I'll be right back, and comes back out with a baby in her arm.
Yeah.
Well,
Surprise. You're on candid camera.
and here's the news story that I found to be hilarious. I called it Fat Splat, by the way, which was a clever title. Florida man is suing Walt Disney Parks and Resorts. Allegedly, he sustained permanent catastrophic injuries while riding a water park slide in 2021. Eugene Strickland is seeking $50,000 in damages. Now, mind you, that's the value he puts on permanent catastrophic injury.
Yeah.
$50K.
He needs to get Kim Kardashian to represent him.
Yeah, she'd ask for more money. She'd ask for about $50 billion from the. You know what the $50,000 is to Walt Disney World?
That's a rounding error.
That's what an average family spends for like 3 days down there. Oh my God! But what kills me is, and listen to the rest of it. Strickland, who weighed 334 pounds at the time of the incident. 34 pounds above the water ride's allowable weight limit, so he wasn't even supposed to be on there, and he crammed himself in one of these things. Alleges that he was dislodged from his Disney inner tube as a result of the ride's quote-unquote exhilarating speed. So what happened was, it says, after becoming separated from his inner tube, he landed forcefully on the slide's plastic surface, causing him to sustain serious body injury, such as disability, scarring, disfigurement, mental anguish, and the loss of capacity for the enjoyment of life.
And all that only added up to $50,000.
Boy, what a rube. I'd pay $50,000 to be at the bottom of that and see this big fat 334 guy fly off of that inner tube. Fly out of the water ride. Oh, man. Oh, my God. That's a good one. Okay. So, Mike, you sent me this all-timer thing here. What is it called?
The Darwin. The Darwin Awards.
The Darwin Awards. Now, I've been following the Darwin Awards for years because we told this story at least a year ago on this podcast about maybe the all-time guy crazy Darwin Award, where the guy who takes a lawn chair and he hooked up all those weather balloons to it, and he took a gun and some beer, and the thing flew up so high that he was seen by some 747s up in the air. And then he tried to shoot the balloon so he could come down, and of course he did, on top of some electrical wires that took out the electricity for about half of the state of Indiana. So he was a champion. But then, you sent me this year's awards. In Detroit, a 41-year-old man got stuck, and he drowned in 2 feet of water after squeezing head first through an 18-inch sewer grate to retrieve his car keys. So think about this. So he drops his car keys into a sewer, and then instead of fishing it out somehow with a stick or something, he goes in head first. You never heard of just going to get some new keys instead of trying this?
Yeah.
He's dead because
he's
got stuck in there and he drowned.
Jesus.
Next, a 49-year-old San Francisco stockbroker who was zoned out when he went for a run, jogged over a 100-foot cliff. He was jogging along, not paying attention. Whoa!
Oops.
Next, this guy was at the beach, 21-year-old, so a GEN-Zer. He dug an 8-foot hole for protection against the wind. So he put a beach chair down there, and he got into this 8-foot hole, and he's sitting down there. Of course, what happens? All the sand collapses on top of him. People trying to dig him out. They even went and got a small backhoe thing to help, and by the time they got to him, he was dead. Next, this guy named Santiago Alvarado. He was killed as he fell through the ceiling of a bicycle shop he was burglarizing. That's not what killed him. The fall did not kill him. No. He had a flashlight in his mouth.
Oops.
And when he landed, that flashlight went right up through his skull. And that was the end of old Santiago Alvarado. Next, this guy named Sylvester Brittle, 26, Gen-Z. He said he was killed when he won a bet with his friends, who said he would not put a revolver loaded with 4 bullets in it into his mouth and pull the trigger.
Yeah, he was hoping for the 2 empty chambers. Well, how'd that work out for you?
This next guy is a classic. So a dude decides to rob us. He wants to rob something. Needs some money. He's going to rob. What is he going to rob? Well, he doesn't go into a 7-Eleven, or he doesn't go into some other easy place to steal. He goes into a leather and firearms shop, walks in, and inside are all these armed customers and an off-duty police officer who's also armed. So he sees all this, but he doesn't care. He shoots. He's holding is not even a regular gun. It's a target pistol. He starts shooting into the ceiling, and says, "This is a stick-up."
Starting pistol.
Yeah, he goes. This is a stick-up. Well, guess what happened? The officer, the clerk, and several customers all drew their guns and fired at him. He was pronounced dead at the scene. They found 47 expended cartridge cases, 23 gunshot wounds from 7 different weapons. Oh my God. All right. That's a good one. Okay. Next, this guy named Paul Stiller and his wife Bonnie, they were driving around bored to death at 2 a.m. So inside, he looks in the back seat, and he's got a stick of dynamite back there, a quarter stick of dynamite. So they decide to light it, toss it out the window, and see what would happen. Apparently, they failed to notice that the window was closed.
Boom.
Can you imagine that thing come bouncing back into them? Between them, they probably look at each other like, oops. Right. This next one is sadder than all the rest of them. This guy named Kerry Bingham and his buddies are all getting drunk somewhere at a bar. And they start talking about how a buddy of theirs had bungee jumped off a local bridge and how cool that would be. Well, that got one thing led to another. The next thing they know, they find themselves at 4:30 a.m. at the top of the bridge. And then they were thinking, well, we can do this. We're going to jump off this bridge. Somebody points out rationally, well, we don't have a bungee cord. Well, Kerry Bingham's not deterred. He sees a, what do they call it here? A linesman cable laying nearby. So it's probably some piece of steel cable laying by. He ties it onto his foot, and they throw him over the edge, right? His fall lasted 40 feet before the cable tightened and tore his foot off at the ankle. Yeah. He miraculously survived his fall into the icy water and was rescued by 2 fishermen. His foot was never located. Can you imagine that? Oh, my God. What a fool.
Just as they're tying a steel cable around his, where did they think the elasticity was going to be?
Whatever they were drinking, don't drink it. Or smoking.
Brother.
But the all-timer this year, Darwin Award winner for the most lame brain fool in the world, because they didn't even, this wasn't the United States one, this dude's in Germany.
This is horrible.
He works as a zookeeper, and he had an elephant that's constipated. So he gets the brilliant notion he's got to help this elephant who's constipated. So he gives the elephant 22 doses of animal laxative. And more than a bushel of berries, figs, and prunes. So he gave all this stuff. He gives him all this stuff. Friedrich, who was 46, was attempting to give the ailing elephant an olive oil enema. Can you imagine what kind of an instrument you need to give your elephant an enema?
No. That's a long pipe.
So the relieved beast, as they put it, unloaded. The sheer force of the elephant's unexpected defecation knocked Reinfeldt to the ground, where he struck his head on a rock just as the elephant continued to evacuate 200 pounds of dung on top of him. As the saying goes, Mike, shit happens.
That's terrible.
Well, I'm going to let you take this one, unless you want me to lead it through it.
I'm going to step away
from the door.
All right. So, go ahead. So, the United Airlines flight. All right. It was canceled after a female passenger suffered an explosive bout of diarrhea and vomiting that destroyed the aircraft's tiny bathroom. Her name is Megan Reinertsen. She's an actress and a writer, and she freely admits to this happening. She's not trying to keep this quiet. She admitted that she was to blame for the mid-air disaster, revealing that she had spent an hour and a half locked inside the lavatory on a July 2024 flight from Newark to Indianapolis. Okay. So she gets on board, and she says she starts feeling, like something's not right.
Right.
That something's, not sitting right.
As many do.
She had been flying home from Portugal. She suddenly felt the first waves of what she later discovered was severe food poisoning.
Of course.
That was after eating at a Bobby Flay restaurant.
Yeah, she ate a raw
allegedly.
Hamburger.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah.
So something was brewing. Something she said she was not prepared to deal with.
As none of us are.
Yeah, well,
40,000
but she
feet.
put everybody through this. Despite her fears, she took her seat and hoped for the best. But within 30 minutes, she was drenched in sweat, crying, and doubled over in pain.
Yeah.
She made it to the bathroom just in time. For the next 20 minutes, I had more diarrhea than any human should ever have in their life. Okay. Adding that she started vomiting as well. So she got crap coming out of both ends, right? In this tiny bathroom on board this thing. The flight crew allowed her to stay in the bathroom for the entire flight. They even got special clearance from the pilot to allow her to remain where she was for landing.
Yeah, please stay in there.
She said she couldn't make it back to seat in her condition, which prompted the flight attendant to tell her through the door to brace for impact.
Brace for impact.
She could have said the same. She could have said the
Lady,
same
I've
thing.
already
right back
had
then.
impact.
I've impacted this room.
Whoever is farting, don't fart, please. It smells bad.
What attracted me to this story in the first place was exactly. But it's like she's the only person who tells this story, and she has a headshot to show for it. Like, it's not like a person in distress or anything. She's like a great-looking gal, right? You know what I mean? She's a professional actress, and she's got a headshot that's being displayed all over the internet for like explosive, diarrhea,
It's more like a boob shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like a Playboy picture instead of.
But the crazy part, like I said,
carted out in a gurney.
the crazy part about, and I've always thought this because it's ridiculous. You're inside this aluminum tube flying, and we all sit there, and there's hundreds of us, and there's just this little bathroom, and it just cracks me up how people go in there and think it's like cone of silence or something. It's like, no, it's not. It's just trust me. It's like things leak out the bottom. Things.
Oh my God! She was probably
it's a bifold door.
Things were probably leaking out of that bottom of that flight. When they got on the ground, she was told that the next flight after this flight had to be canceled because she'd screwed up the bathroom so bad.
I'm sure.
And a hazmat team had to come aboard to clean that up. Now, there are low-paying jobs in this world, but you can't get me at any amount of money to go into that bathroom after that.
No.
Oh, I could share some stories with you. There's no individual in flight or on the ground who, when the plane comes in and, has hit turbulence or something and has many sick people, wants to even go in.
The hazmat team, somebody's got, right, it's not an employee of the airplane.
Hazmat team, I'll tell you, a hazmat team is basically, again, a bunch of people in this country who don't want these jobs or something, and they're made to do it. That's what a hazmat team is. Oh my God.
Yeah. You've been there.
No, I've been there on both sides, because I'll tell you, the flight attendants, they'll come and get the ground supervisor and say, guy barfed 23C. You got to change the seat cushions. You got to wipe it up. It's like, and trust me, coffee grounds come in great for all this shit. If you see a coffee bag hanging in the bathroom, that's why.
Like I told you, Paul, the other day, I'm driving everywhere from now on.
Yeah.
I mean, in 4 days I can be across the country, so why am I going to get in an airplane? Not worth it.
All right, finally here, Florida's new python hunting queen makes history and catches 60 snakes.
I love that picture of her holding
Yeah.
that anaconda. I can't tell the difference between her
panther.
tattooed arm and the snake.
Yeah.
Like,
Every year, the state of Florida sends these people in a competition to go into the Florida Everglades and come back with all the snakes that they can capture.
yeah.
It's a 10-day challenge to eliminate the invasive Burmese python species wreaking havoc with the Everglades ecosystem.
The Everglades.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, 900 people got in this contest, and she was the champ. The first woman to win it, and she got the most snakes caught since the competition began in 2013. So she's basically in there. I don't know, I've never seen it. I'm going to try to find video of this, of her grabbing one of these snakes, because that is an awful job. That's worse than, no, it's not worse than cleaning up that restroom, but it's pretty bad.
Oh, that's bigger. That's bigger than 8. Yes. Yep.
No, and she got like what, 60 snakes?
60 snakes.
60. Jesus, and they're big.
They're mean, too. She's 4 foot 11 inches tall, so she's not a big person. And
No, she's like that woman in Thailand we talked about a few weeks ago who got swallowed by a snake. Remember that?
yeah, I remember that. I remember that story. That poor woman went out and never came back, and they
Never
found her in
came
the
back.
inside of some python.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, she won $10,000 for doing it. The contest brings together amateur and professional snake catchers to hunt within certain zones of South Florida for the pythons. These pythons prey on birds, mammals, and other reptiles. Anything. They'll prey on anything. And they must capture and humanely kill the pythons and not harm any native species, meaning can't harm any alive human or Floridians. but other than
How do
that,
you humanely kill a snake?
You
That's
don't.
what I
They're
wanna
chopping
know.
their heads off with machetes. They're not humanely killing them.
Yeah.
Maybe that is
Please.
humane for a python.
Oxymoron, if I ever heard one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. Thank you for joining us for today's adventure. If you subscribe, please subscribe. We need you to subscribe. And if you do subscribe, Mike will come by your house and he'll sing this song for you. Let's play it again.
They're gonna put me in the movies. They're gonna make a big star out of me. We'll make a film about a man that's sad and lonely. And all I gotta do is act naturally.
I'll serenade you. Absolutely.
And email us at oldpeoplethisweek@gmail.com. We always look forward to your comments, and we'll answer every one of them. And you can give us a call, especially if you're one of these troubled youths in crisis, young men in crisis. You can call us anytime, day or night. We're man the phones. It's at 1-310-800-1830. And one of us will pick up the phone, and if it's a young man and you have a problem, just tell us what it is, and we'll take care of it. No problem for us. And check out our Substack. Last week, Paul talked about some of his misadventures in the sky and gave some instructions as to how to be a good traveler. And next week, we'll see. Maybe Mike will actually come up with something for once.
I'm still working on mine. I got a great concept.
Yeah, great concept. You have plenty of concepts. You just don't have any execution. All right. Thank you, everybody. Oh, and now it's time for Reese.
Yes, Reese.
On a weekly basis. We stick at the end here, but he gives us the quote, Old People This Week quotation of the week. And here it is.
Here's the Old People This Week quote of the week. I test very high on insubordination. Philip Marlowe, The Big Sleep.
But for us, Mike, Paul, and I, adios.
Farewell.
All right, boys.
Good.
I will see you soon.
Okay.
And I will talk to you. If I have the same problems with this one as I had with last week's, you'll hear my cursing all the way from Hermosa Beach, by the way.
Run screaming from the room.
Oh, my God.